What if you could turn any confusing lecture into notes you actually understand in 4 prompts? Taking notes doesn't mean you understood it. You can write down every word and still walk away not really getting it. Because you're capturing words, not meaning. And if you've tried rewatching or pausing every 10 seconds, you already know it doesn't work. You just end up with more notes you don't understand. That's because transcribing and understanding are two completely different jobs. Most of us are only doing the first one. So I built a 4 prompt AI workflow that handles the transcribing and leaves me free to actually understand the core ideas without spending hours on it. This neuroscience lecture, that was my test case. Here's the order: transcribe, structure, an analogy that makes sense to you, then visual notes that make it stick. And this works on any lecture, not just this one. Step 1. I need the transcript. I open NotebookLM, paste in the lecture link. But that just gives you an overview, so I ask it directly, please transcribe this video. That's what pulls the full transcript. And if you want it in another language, just ask it to translate the transcript too. This lecture runs 18 minutes, full of terms like synaptic pruning, neuroplasticity, long-term potentiation. If you've sat through something like this, you know the feeling. You're writing it down, but you're not actually processing it. But here's what most people get wrong. They stop here. A transcript isn't notes, it's just words on a page. The real work hasn't started yet. Step 2, clean it up. I copy that transcript out of NotebookLM and paste it into ChatGPT, then give it one instruction. Turn this into structured notes. Not a summary, keep the detail, but organize it so it's actually readable. Look at the difference. One dense word of text is now broken into clear sections, each key idea with its own heading, definitions pulled out, examples kept intact. Most tutorials would stop here and call it done. Clean notes, congratulations. But you still haven't understood anything. You've just organized the confusion. Step 3. This is the one that actually matters. Here's what I believe: everyone understands things differently because everyone's already carrying a different set of experiences in their head. So the fastest way to understand something new isn't to read it again, is to connect it to something you already know. I asked ChatGPT to explain every concept using a restaurant analogy, with one specific example for each. Watch what happens. Neuroplasticity, instead of an abstract brain term, it's a restaurant changing its kitchen layout after months of serving the same dish, cutting prep time from 15 minutes down to 8. Synapses become the communication pathway between the kitchen, the waitstaff, and the register, the routine that keeps orders accurate when it gets busy. Attention, a chef working one dish at a time, ignoring every notification, because switching between tasks is what kills quality. Do you see what happened? These aren't floating neuroscience terms anymore. They're situations you already understand because I picked an analogy from something I already know well. And that's the actual trick. It doesn't have to be restaurants. Studying finance? Use an investment analogy. Learning to code? Think building construction. The AI adapts to how your brain already works. You just have to tell it what your brain already knows. Step 4. Turn all of that into something you actually want to look at. I open Gemini, click into Canvas, then paste in the analogy output along with the prompt. The prompt turns your notes into a handwritten style notebook. Red headings, blue pen explanations, yellow highlights. And once you're happy with it, you can print it or save it as a PDF. So it's not just something you looked at once, it's something you can actually study from. This is the part that took 4 minutes and used to take me hours. I actually built a second version of this too. Cleaner, no notebook look, but that's a video for another day. To be clear, this isn't AI learning for you. What this actually does is get you the core concept fast, whether it's an online course or a random YouTube lecture. You start with the basics, and once that clicks, you've got a real foundation to build on. Going deeper from here is a lot less overwhelming. Transcribe, structure, analogy, visual notes, 4 prompts, any lecture, any course, all 4 are free, link in the description. And if you want to go deeper specifically on using NotebookLM for studying, check out my video Stop Summarizing the NotebookLM Study Method Nobody's Showing You. Links in the description too. Subscribe if this helped. I'll see you in the next one.